A shocking incident unfolded at the COP30 climate talks in Brazil, leaving many questioning the security measures and the underlying tensions. The stage was set for a critical discussion on climate change, but it took an unexpected turn. On Tuesday night, protesters, fueled by a passionate message, "Our forests are not for sale," breached the security lines of the COP30 venue in Belém. BBC journalists witnessed a chaotic scene as UN security staff chased after a line of Brazilian soldiers, urgently instructing delegates to evacuate. The UN later confirmed minor injuries to 2 security staff and some damage to the venue. The protesters, a diverse group including indigenous individuals and members of a left-wing Brazilian youth movement called Juntos, made their presence known. Videos on social media showed them chanting, kicking down doors, and engaging in scuffles with security personnel. It was a bold statement and a rare security breach at such a high-profile event. But here's where it gets controversial. The location of the conference itself. Belém, on the edge of the Amazon rainforest, has been a controversial choice for many reasons. The Amazon's residents, particularly the indigenous communities, have long been vocal about the environmental destruction caused by climate change and deforestation. And this is the part most people miss. These communities are on the front lines of climate change, yet they receive minimal support and funding. Brazil's decision to continue granting licenses for oil and gas exploration, despite its commitment to the Paris Climate Agreement, has only added fuel to the fire. An indigenous leader from the Tupinamba community expressed their frustration, stating, "We can't eat money." They want their lands free from the destructive forces of agribusiness, oil exploration, and illegal activities. This year's COP has been dubbed the Indigenous Peoples COP, with organizers promising to prioritize indigenous voices. Yet the very presence of these protesters highlights the ongoing struggle for recognition and action. A UN report earlier this year emphasized that indigenous people, who safeguard 80% of the planet's biodiversity, receive less than 1% of international climate funding. It's a stark reality. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva addressed the opening of the summit, calling for a defeat of climate denialism and an end to fake news. He emphasized the importance of the Amazon in the climate solution and declared COP30 as the COP of truth. But with such a diverse biome and nearly 50 million people, including 400 indigenous groups, the challenges are immense. The incident at COP30 raises important questions. How can we ensure the voices of indigenous communities are heard and their rights protected? What steps can be taken to bridge the gap between promises and action? And most importantly, how can we address the urgent climate crisis while respecting the rights and needs of those most affected? These are questions that demand our attention and thoughtful discussion. What are your thoughts on this incident and the broader issues it raises? Feel free to share your opinions and engage in a respectful dialogue in the comments.